Good evening to every one of you. You're welcome to Group 11, Circle 3, Business Game Presentation. I hope you guys are ready for your presentation. I need you guys to give me a breakdown of how you worked on all your tasks from task 1 to task 7. Every single bit of it. I want to hear how you were able to tackle those tasks and the possible resolutions you came up with. So who is representing you guys? Please person can go ahead now and tell us.
My name is David. I'm from AS-16 Guider School, Circle 3. So the question says, you've received all the information needed in order to become managers stroke leaders in the MMM global community. Now you have an important task. Enter in a new country and develop MMM global there. This new country will be the Thailand as a starting resources. So as a starting resources, we have internet, a team, knowledge received from Guider School, and $50,000. So within an hour, we have to develop a plan of action for a week that we must specify the number of registration and deposit we will achieve over this period. Important. $50,000 is given only once. Later on, you should use the free resources from the system. Developing MMN Global in Thailand, Group 11 AS-16 Guider School Circle 3. Introduction to Thailand. There's actually, Thailand is a land of smile. Actually, the reason why Thailand is a land of smile is because this is where tourists visit and they have good beaches, beautiful scenery, and class hospitality. So each time you visit Thailand and you see anybody, even if that person is suffering, he gives you a very good smile, a very welcome smile. So now, some facts about Thailand. The population is about 65 million people, approximately. Then the square kilometer is 514,000. Capital is Bangkok. The currency is Thai baht. So in order to start up, we need to have our SWOT analysis. We all know what SWOT means: strengths, weaknesses, opportunity, and threats. In the strengths, one of the strengths in Thailand is the encouraged population. Because of the population of Thailand, it's very, very encouraging to do MMM there. So fast growing domestic, moderate cost of living programs, very innovative and creative people and entrepreneur. Like I said before, they are very friendly. And whenever someone is approached, he welcomes you with a smile. So that's one of the strengths. Then the weakness, their language, most of them are not well educated. So language is always a barrier. And lack of interest for learning. Most of them don't even care to learn about an upcoming development. Then they lack human resources. Then relatively limited resources to assist. Then some opportunities. They are united by phones. You know, we have global system of mobile telecommunication, which is GSM we use around. So we can gain access easily with that through their market economy. Then the test is appreciated by others, more chance expand markets overseas. Then, the Asian nation is productive. They are very, very hardworking. So, in order to encourage them, we introduce bonuses and other things so that when each participant tell others, then they will benefit directly from MMM. Then another thing is large domestic population and high potential participants. So due to the population they have, so we can be able to achieve what we want from having high potential participants. Then the threats, we all know that government is always a threat, especially in Thailand, that they don't have stable political politics. So the high production cost makes it less. Then low GDP, gross domestic income per capita. Then lack of support against copyright. Then the greatest threat again is hackers and lack of antivirus in systems and all that. So I'm moving to the next task, which is M and objective. The M, to introduce MMM Global in Thailand. Objective, establishment and development of MMM Global Thailand. In my introduction here, we are a group of 10. And first of all, we'll introduce, after introducing our objective, then we'll build a global website. Then social media, print media, and other media adverts in making serious awareness to the general public. Hosting seminars in strategic locations around the major cities and towns. Distribution of souvenirs with MMM logo and brands will be widely calculated. Targeted audience are all sets of workers, government and private workers, students and graduates, social workers, bloggers, unemployed citizens, and the locals, the less privileged locals, so that they can better their life through MMM. Then the audience budget. Our targeted participant is 3,000 participants per week. Then our targeted deposit is 45 per participant. And when you calculate the $45 by 3,000 participants, we arrive at $135,000 per week. Then our financial budget for the week. When you're traveling, you need to have hotel reservation, transportation and logistics. Then in this case, hotel accommodation is $250 per guardian, and we attend a number, which is $2,500. The transportation and logistics is in a lot, so it's $1,650. Projector and accessories is $95.28, and we need 7 in number. Handbills, we need 35. Then we need handbills about 5,000, and the rate is 35 cents. Posters and flyers, 300. Then we need it into 5 places, which is 1,500. Media advert, 220. So we need it into 20 places, which is about 4,400. Printing of T-shirts, $2 for 1,500. So to get 5,000, to get 3,000 as the total. Hall rent, 3,700 $1.50. So we need 7 in quantity, which will amount 2,605 cents. Public address system, $801.50. Food and drinks, $3,468.02. Ad hoc staff and stroke miscellaneous, we have $200. So 5 gives $1,000. So the total expenditure will amount to $23,336.98. Below shows the summary of the allocated budget and the expenditure. Our summary, our budget is $500. Then our expenses amounted to $23,336.98. Then we have balance of $26,663.02. So I'm taking tax 2. After all this, we pay older participants the 30% Mavro growth plus initial contributions. Then we now calculate how many new members and contributions we have to ensure in the next 3 weeks in order to be able to make the required payment. In simple terms, we call it breaking even. Method of approaching actualizing the objective. Average donation is $300. Registered numbers to participant is 3,000 per week. Amount generated by participant, 3,000 per week times $300 will amount to $900,000. With 30% growth rate, we have 0.3%, which is the 30% times 900,000, which will give us 207. Hello? I'm sorry, I'll pick it up again. The 0.3%, 0.3 times 900,000 will give us $270,000. Registration bonus will give 3,000 by $20, which will be a total of $60,000. Contribution plus 30% growth plus registration bonus. We'll have $900,000 plus $270,000 plus $50,000. We'll have $1,220,000. Amount needed $1,220,000 minus $900,000, which will give $320,000. Participant needed to contribute is $320,000. Then this $320,000 divided by 300, so we have 167 participants. Considering a constant rate of 3,000 participants per week, we have 3,000 times 3 weeks, we have 900 new participants. Obviously, enough to pay the first batch and participant of all enlightenments. Tax 2 continue. Training of interested members to become guiders, stroke managers. Make more publicity and awareness campaign. Organize seminars. Intensify efforts of the publicity of MMM. Thailand social media. Summary. Expenses on seminar. Hand bill on awareness campaign and logistics. $4,000. Previous balance was 26,603,002 cents. So new balance is 22,663,002 cents.
I'll be taking task 3. The objectives in task 3. The total participants for the first week is 3,000. And we are going to multiply this value by 4 weeks, giving us 12,000 participants. So if 1/4 of the old participants in a month referred 2 new members each, then 1/4 of 12,000 would be 3,000. And 3,000 times 2 will give us 6,000. So if we operate at this speed, we're expected to have a growth rate of about 18,000 new members. And the total amount they will contribute, $300 per participant. It's going to amount to $5 million. So with this trend of growth and expansion in our community, it's obvious that the guiders are doing a great job in training a new set of guiders, and balance will remain the same with no extra cost incurred. Thank you.
I'm taking task 4. Weekly registration was 3,000 participants. Reduction in new registration by 75% means 0.75 times 3,000 participants, which will amount to 2,250 participants. Our new registration will drop to 750 participants. 3,000 participants minus 2,250 participants. In order to salvage the drastic dropping of our members, we need to intensify efforts and cover up within the last 3 weeks. The formula to get the target for the last 3 weeks will be the drop in 1 week divided by 3 weeks plus weekly target, which is 2,050 divided by 3. 2,250 divided by 3 will give us 750 plus 3,000. So a total of 3,750. Our weekly target for the last 3 weeks will be 750, which was our initial, plus 3,750 plus another 3,750 plus another 3,750. It will give the total of 12,000 participants. Our normal monthly target is the 12,000 participants we got initially times the $300, which was the initial deposit, which will give $36,000. In order to achieve the goal, we have to train more guiders, organize seminars, and increase media adverts.
I'm taking tax 5.
Going to our previous balance, it was 22,663.2 cents. Then expenses, which is the seminar, the organization, and increase media advert. When you minus the expenses, we have a new balance, which is 18,163.
I'm taking tax 5. Tax 5 talk of objectives and action plan. Strategic plan to revive issues. The resources needed to resolve the eminent Determine numbers of participants that will make contributions, which will be enough to make the system balance. Registering 3,750 participants weekly did not work out well. Assuming 250 participants weekly were achieved. The achieved for the month will be 750 plus 7,500 times $3,000 equals to $2,250. It equals to $2,250. If the total contribution from 12,000 participants in a month is $3,600, our achieve for the present month is $2,250. Therefore, $3,600 minus $1,350 equals to $2,250. Our deficit for the month will be $2,250. Here, each gather old and new shall organize seminar to address the panic in the system and to reassure people of the power in giving help. Participants will also be encouraged to bring in new members and to make only only we participants can sustain the system and make it work for as long as we want. Cover more states and regions, increase publicity and print media, social media, and one-to-one. And taxes, I think taxes. As post mode is inevitable, members have to be guided and tutored on what post mode is all about, the effect, the implication, and the possible way out stroke or outcome. Action plan. Members shall be guided on why the pause mode has to be introduced and why it can be overturned. Increase MMM Global Thailand awareness in the remote area and the major cities. Another round of seminars to be held. Street to street awareness campaign. Of old billboard and reprinting of handbill. Our previous balance was 18,163 dollars. Then you minus it from 1,600 and $1,600. Then your new balance will become $16,563.
I'm presenting on task 7. To talk on objective and action plan. The objective of the business game plan is on introduction of MMM Thailand after the restart has been activated. We get to inform and reorientate people about MMM ideology, which comprises the history of MMM, how MMM works, and we try to orientate them on MMM ideology. Action plan. Obviously, resetting marbles would not go well with the participants. Hence, we need for more orientation. We get the participants to understand the situation. Possible increase referral bonuses from 10% to 15% at the initial stage of the restart so as to entice more participants. Then we will organize question and answer section to give direct opportunity to participants and intended participants to ask questions and give responses and clarifications on all gray areas. Visible structures will be laid down for the continuity of the scheme. MMM Thailand comes to stay forever. Thank you all.
So we've come to the end of our presentation. I want to appreciate all the group members and our mentor for being patient with us. The presentation consisted of a lot of values and estimates, and of course, we needed to do our best and try not to make mistakes, but mistakes are unavoidable. And we hope that we're able to pass the message across and we're able to them to Thailand, so to speak. So we appreciate our mentor and our leader of the group, David Obu. We all contributed in one way or the other in making this presentation. I hope we all have a good night rest. And over to the mentor, please. Thank you.
Honestly, I must confess, you guys did a very, very beautiful job. So far today, this is like the most organized group I've had. You guys were your taking over from one task to the other was very nice. At least you all muted your mics at a point. That was really nice. And then you gave me real analysis, you gave me good statistics. Even though you didn't do so much introduction of Thailand, I expected that. I corrected Seku too. They also made that mistake. They didn't give me in-depth details of Thailand. They didn't give me an introduction, the language, the country size, the major cities. You know, you have to tell me the cities you'll be visiting and all of that, but I didn't get any of that. But so far, you guys did very well. If I were to rate you, I'd actually give you guys, for the fact that you didn't do the intro, that's the reason why you'd be getting 8/10. But if you guys had done the intro, at least you should have at least scored 9/10. You know you can't get a 10/10. So that's for that. Let's leave the remaining one for Segima Verdi. So far you guys did a very lovely one. So I'm very proud of you guys. So that'll be all for tonight. Thank you very much for educating us about Thailand, and the resolutions were on point. So that will be a good night to every one of you. Make sure to share this video link with your friends so they would also see what you guys did in guidance school. Share it out to people so they will understand the major tasks that every country gets into usually face, and how the guiders are the major backbone of You guys are training to become guiders, so I expect that you don't just do this business game presentation for the sake of doing it. I want you to apply it in every area that has to do with and trust me, together we're going to change the world. Thank you guys. Good night.
Thank you, ma'am. Good night also.